Hey there, I want to ask you a question. If you were to talk to an expert entrepreneur who's been in business in your niche for the longest time and ask them if you were starting over, what would you do differently? What kind of answers do you think that you'd get from them? I was in a Facebook group recently and they asked that question. Somebody newer to the group asked that question, and there were so many awesome responses that came through. And I want to share with you the top 3 responses that people talked about in the group, because I think that no matter where you are in your coaching business, we can always benefit from the wisdom of someone who's been there and done that ahead of us. And so I'm going to share these with you today. I suggest that you get a pen and paper and let's get to it. So lesson number 1 is consistent marketing. How many times do we say, okay, this month I'm going to be consistent with my podcast or my blog or my videos or whatever a social media channel you're trying to grow right now? The thing is that we let stuff get in the way of marketing consistently. We have so many pulls on our time, whether it's serving our clients or helping our family or taking care of us, right? Like health goals, those kind of things, that we can easily let marketing slip to the back burner. And so how can you be consistent with your marketing? I like to create rituals around my marketing. So when it's time for me to write a blog post, I love to light a candle and put on some music and just create some space in my day so that I have the freedom to create. I think about who I'm writing my blog post for, who I'm creating the content for, what is it that they're needing, and I really connect with that. I love to write. Writing brings me joy. So that's my preferred method. However, if you are the type of kid who is always caught talking in class, maybe a podcast is your thing or a video, but whatever it is, find a method of creating content that you absolutely love, that lights you up, and then make a ritual around it so that it's fun. Content marketing is really, truly one of the best things you can do for your business. It helps you build trust and authority with your audience. It's going to enhance your SEO and your visibility online. If you're creating lots of content that's keyword rich, people are going to be able to find you in the search engines and on the different social media platforms. It's going to help you support your other marketing strategies. When you're creating content on a consistent basis, you always have something to share on social. You always have something to share to your email list. You are going to constantly be creating things that are serving your audience, which also helps engage and nurture your relationships, right? And then those engaged, nurtured relationships, what happens to them? They convert into subscribers and into customers. And so it really is an awesome thing. I also love it because it can help with customer retention and getting repeat sales from past customers. I just shared a blog post a couple weeks ago, and a client read it that has been a client for a long time, and she said, oh my gosh, I love that post. Can you help me with this? And by sharing that with my existing clients, it brought me more business. And I just think that it's really also important for the insights and the data. If you're creating content on a regular basis and you're checking your metrics, you're going to know which things resonate with your audience, which topics do they want to learn more about. That can help you with creating products and offers and all of those other things. I have a 5-step plan. I'm going to look down at my notes here to help you consistently market your business with content. Number 1, you need to define your audience and clarify your unique selling proposition. What is it that you offer to whom, in what time frame? What are you helping them avoid? What are you helping them gain? All that kind of stuff. Then I suggest you map out 3 to 5 content pillars, or topics or buckets of categories. Think of chapters in a book that you're going to write about consistently. So for example, mine are messaging. So getting your messaging so that you're attracting the right clients. Websites and funnels, which I call mechanics because the M, all about alliteration. And then you want to talk about marketing, which is getting that stuff in front of your ideal clients so that they know that you're there and you're positioning yourself to be available to them on a consistent basis. I also talk about productivity and planning your marketing, and then some mindset stuff, because if you have a crappy mindset, you're going to really struggle to market your business. I don't care how well optimized your funnels are. If your mindset is not a growth mindset, it's going to keep you from putting yourself out there. So number 3, decide the goal of your content. So what is it you're trying to accomplish with each piece of content? Are you promoting a launch that's coming up soon? Are you trying to overcome their objections for that launch, or give them the information they need so that when you start promoting, they know, oh my gosh, this is for me. I'm ready to buy. You can create like a checklist, a guide, or a cheat sheet, or something that you can include in your content as a content upgrade to grow your list so that your list is big and ready and ripe for that promotion when you're ready to do it. So think about your goals. And then number 4 is list the topics. So remember, we talked about our content categories that we were going to create, our content pillars. Inside of each one, map out some topics that you're going to talk about in the next month. Just plan your content for a month. It's a lot easier. So let's say you're creating one piece of content every week. You're going to have to create 4 or 5 pieces of content. And then because you're creating longer, more rich content, you're going to be able to splinter it for social media and email it to your list and serve everything. And then the last one is create a schedule of when you're going to create the content, when are you going to edit it, when are you going to promote it, and then stick to it. That's the key. You got to actually follow through, right? So that's number 1, consistent marketing. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. What is the next tidbit that if people were to start over or give their younger self advice, what would they be doing? And number 2, the responses in that Facebook thread were focus on growing your list. So what is list building? Like, you probably know, but some people don't. Growing an email list or list building really means getting people to subscribe to your email list in exchange for something free, like a gift or a coupon or a newsletter or a checklist or a cheat sheet or a guide or something along those lines. And so it's more than just like collecting their emails, though. Each email is a person, right? That is someone who's interested in what you have to offer. And people always talk like, oh, I have a small list. I only have 300 people on my list. Imagine 300 people standing in a room with you as a speaker up at the front. That is what you're building here, okay? This is your audience. And so it's really an opportunity for you to build relationship with these people. Don't think about them as just subscribers. These are your potential customers, okay? And we procrastinate list building, okay? So I hear so many excuses from people when they're building their email list, and they say, oh, I'll focus on that when my business is bigger. How do you think your business is going to get bigger, right? It's from your email list. Or they'll say, I'm going to email my list more frequently when I have more subscribers. So there are people who, they're out there, they're getting subscribers here and there, but then they're not emailing them consistently. Big mistake, okay? So the minute someone subscribes, that is when they are the most interested in what you have to offer. And when they are just subscribing, they're curious. They want to know more. The longer you wait to email them and to share your offers and those kind of things, the more they're going to cool off. Don't wait. Email your list consistently. And then a lot of people think, oh, social media is more effective. Email is outdated. That is not the case, okay? Email open rates, you're going to get probably somewhere between 15 and 30% on average, of 35, somewhere in that range, of people opening your emails. You get like a tiny percentage of people who actually see your posts on social media. So email is much better. So build that audience. And they say on average that for email marketing, for every $1 that you spend, you're going to make potentially $36 back. So it's a really awesome ROI. So let's talk about the 5 steps on how you get started growing your email list. Number 1, identify your target audience and create a lead magnet for them. Number 2, sign up for an email marketing platform like Flowdesk or ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit or MailChimp or something like that. You want to take your opt-in form and you want to embed it in your blog posts and embed it on landing pages in your site to promote your freebie. And then you want to set up a welcome email that delivers your lead magnet automatically, and then finally email your list every single week with valuable, engaging content, which, if you are being consistent with your content, you're going to have plenty to email them. Okay, so lesson number 3, words of wisdom from the experienced entrepreneur is create a subscription product. You have recurring bills every month, right? Your internet bill, your cell phone bill, your mortgage, all those things. Why not create some subscription products that bring in revenue every single month as well? So instead of selling a coaching package or a product or a program that's like a one-off, if you create a subscription thing, you are creating what they call monthly recurring revenue. And this is really amazing to help you smooth out your cash flow and create steady income. And a lot of people don't create monthly recurring revenue because, well, maybe they haven't thought of it yet, or maybe they don't have any ideas of what they could sell for a subscription product. Maybe they don't think it aligns with their business business model, I have a post that I'll put in the show notes for you here that includes a bunch of different subscription business models for all different kinds of businesses. So here's why you need a subscription product. Predictable cash flow. We've already talked about that. It also reduces your pressure to sell. So when you're on discovery calls, if you've got some consistent recurring revenue coming in every month, you don't have to close every sale. It makes those sales the frosting on the cake, right? It increases the lifetime value of your clients. They say it's much easier to keep an existing client happy than to get a new one, right? It creates long-term loyal clients, deeper relationships, and it lowers your client acquisition costs. So 5 steps to get started with your recurring revenue. Number 1, take a look at your offers that you already have and brainstorm what you do that you could help your clients with on a repeated basis. So maybe every month you could think of like a membership program, or it could be like a retainer if you're like doing social media content or something along those lines. I really like adding monthly recurring revenue onto another program. So for example, I build websites and marketing funnels for people. So I add on website maintenance and marketing support to that. Those are great recurring revenues because they're a natural segue to what we just created. Choose a billing platform like Stripe or PayPal that you're going to use to set up your subscription. Create a landing page to sell your subscription. So explain what's in the program, why they need it, how it's going to benefit them, and all those things. Then outline an onboarding process. This is just a series of emails to help them get the most out of the subscription that they have. And then stay in touch with your members, right? Or your subscribers. Figure out what is it they need. How can you pivot the program to serve them better? Keep improving. So let's bring it all together, all right? Creating consistent marketing, growing your email list, and consistent monthly recurring revenue with a subscription product. Those are the 3 pieces of advice that the expert business owners say they would give to their younger selves. I would give myself the exact same advice. So I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you are ready to implement some subscription stuff or get some marketing coaching or some help building a website and a funnel, I would love to talk with you. Please click the link below to book a free clarity call today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.